Welcome to the E Cafe. I'm Kay Elizabeth Green, and always it is a pleasure to bring you shows that will help to motivate you and help you get your message out. Today, I have an exciting show for you. I have on one of my former clients, and let me bring her on, Felicia
Oh,
Cassandra.
hi. How are you?
Hi. Uh, I, as always, it is a pleasure to introduce you to all those highly sensitive, natural born leaders that are getting their message out. And Felicia is one of those. Today, we are going to be talking about. Oh, I will tell you what we're going to be talking about is overcoming the fear of technology and getting your message out.
Yeah,
Welcome, Felicia. How are you today?
thank you. I'm doing great. I'm super excited about this show. I needed this show when I first started, so I'm happy to bring this.
Well, let me tell you a little bit of how we met. Felicia is a skincare expert dealing in the lupus community, but when we met 10 years ago, I had no idea that she had such a passion to help the lupus community. And I met Felicia at Ultra Beauty, like I said, about 10 years ago. And and besides, and I was in the store just to find out about makeup, but we always, no matter how long it was that we met each other, we would always steer off of um, makeup and start talking about intuition and other things. What do you think, Felicia? How did you see it?
So I thought it was it was just one of those vibrations that you couldn't let go because it was different. So I would see you at probably three different altas throughout the years. It wasn't just one moment where we would get talking over the Lancome makeup or skincare, and we would go and talk about so many other things about life paths and directions. And I encountered you about in three different altas in like 10 years. And the third time was when I was coming into my journey, and it was like, I need to know you more for some reason, and I'm not sure why. And you have purple hair, and that is the community that I'm working with right now. So I'm intrigued now.
And when we met last year about this time, the first time coming, uh, lockdown had finished and we were out again and getting an opportunity to chat with people. I ran into Felicia, and it was so good to see somebody who was so excited about her passion and who was looking to get their message out. And of course, I started talking about StreamYard, which is my favorite tool to use.
It's an amazing
And say what?
it's an amazing tool. I've been trying to get some of my other talk show hosts that I know on this tool. I think it's such a powerful tool that you've given me.
And they just keep adding on all kind of good things. So
Yeah.
we set up a meeting to discuss how I could assist her in getting on board. And I didn't realize at the time that as far as technology was concerned, you didn't know what you didn't know, correct?
Correct.
How did you feel about technology at that time?
At that time, I had just ordered a new MacBook, and I didn't even know how to use the mouse on it. I didn't know the defaults. I didn't know anything about the first step and even starting a talk show or having a format to be able to speak to people the way that I wanted to and I needed to. And I saw that you had that, and I was very much like, can you show me how to do that? I need a voice.
And as we started working, I realized that there was hesitation on your part about approaching it.
I think that whenever you're learning something new, part of your inner child comes out and you're like, oh, I forgot about her, you know? The one that was just like, I give up, I can't, I don't know how. The teacher is like not explaining this to me the way like it was like she's mad at me or something. And it was like all these things that were in my head because when we would like talk through them, you were like, you're fine. You're okay. Just press this button and simply press this button. And I was like, oh. And it was like all my childhood trauma of what learning felt like to me when I was younger was brushed away. It was like learning in a way where I didn't have to hear the people before me that had felt frustrated with me and impatient. And you feel that energy as a child. And when you're really wanting to learn something, and I was never good at math and just certain things like that, you would feel the teacher's energy around you and you would feel all those feelings of frustration within yourself. And just to have a teacher that was just like, okay, where are you at? Press these buttons. And it was like, okay, you know, and just to be able to learn it that way was just so, it was a different learning experience for me. And it was a very powerful tool that I really needed at that time and still do.
Yeah, talking you off of the tightrope and saying, it's okay. And I don't know if you were ready for my pushing you, but I always believe that if you can do it yourself, even though you might hire people to do it later, knowing how it's run helps you to be able to price your how much people are charging you because you know how much work it takes. And if people don't show up, you can run it yourself. So it was really a very good way of working with you. Yeah,
Yeah, it
go
really
ahead.
did go back to that age old story of teaching a man to fish and not just giving him a fish. And I think that there were several moments in there where I'm like, Elizabeth, I'll pay you extra. Can you just do it? Like, can you just finish this last part? And you were just kind of like, well, we'll continue in a week. And I was like, okay. And I would go through my week and then I would be fresh to do it again. But it was hard. Learning can be hard when you're battling your own inner thoughts of self-doubt.
And I am so proud of you because she
Yeah.
is now hosting a very successful weekly show every Tuesday at 11. Is it 11 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, at 11, called Butterfly Tea Time, where she really is speaking to the lupus community. And I don't know about you, but I didn't know that much about lupus. And I'd like you to sort of fill other people in, especially because it is a primarily seen in the Black community.
Yes.
So, what is lupus?
So lupus is an autoimmune disease and it is caused by an overactive immune system. So essentially it's attacking like your internal organs and things like that. And it's very much, I always call it like it's like a fingerprint disease because every single case is different from the way that their butterfly rashes. You see patients having small bumps, little bumps, welts, reaction, peeling. It's all different. And that's why I continue to have the women send me the pictures so I can continue to study the butterfly rash. And as far as the internal organs, some people are needing kidney transplants, some are needing situations with their lungs, brain fluid, liver. My stepmother passed away from the liver. So it attacks everyone differently, and they all have their own battle. And so it needs more research, to say the least. It's maybe, I don't even know, I would say a chapter in a book, of a textbook for the doctors to study, and everything that they learn besides that is through different people that come into their care. Other than that, that's what their study is.
Now, you specialize in working with as a makeup skin expert. You specialize in working with the people who have the butterfly rash.
Yeah.
Exactly what is the butterfly rash that can be a symptom of lupus?
So the butterfly rash is a rash. They named it that because it mostly comes in this area right here throughout the cheeks and then the nose. And then some people will get it up on the forehead here. And it's caused by inflammation in the liver, and it kind of reacts on the skin. It's also caused by, and like I said, every single condition is different. Some people get the rash from being in the sun for 5 minutes. I have a
Okay.
friend that was in the sun for 1 minute. So everyone is affected differently. And that's why we encourage in Lupus Glitter that you keep like a journal of what's affecting you, because it's so different and the research really isn't out there right now.
And lupus glitter is, explain to the audience what lupus glitter is.
So I created a platform to reach women newly diagnosed and women that were isolated, and now men are joining. And I created Wolf Balm for Men as well to include them, thanks to you, Emmett, Lupus Warriors. But I created this group to bring beauty to women that didn't want to go into the beauty stores, inspired by one of my friends that passed away from lupus, that didn't want to go into the beauty store.
And what does it do for the skin?
So it's all anti-inflammatories. So when I realized that it was like caused by inflammation, I really went through like what all those anti-inflammatory properties would look like. So I came out with like chamomile, turmeric. I've got aloe vera in there. Like when you think about a burn, when you think about your skin being irritated, itchy. I've got calendula in there, which is a flower that brightens instead of using a vitamin C for the skin tone and aids with circulation. And then we used arnica, which is a pain reliever found in Montana that is used for bruises and pain relief. And then vitamin E to help regenerate the skin cells. And then I did an argan oil, light form, non-comedogenic, so that it would seal in. And it's an antimicrobial, so that when we go to put that makeup on, which I was always sketchy about, because realize I first started with being a butterfly rash makeup hack, like covering FX artist, and didn't feel comfortable just putting the makeup directly on open lacerations and things like that. So it's a protective barrier that protects from bacteria and creates a surface to protect that skin. And it holds all of those anti-inflammatory properties in there and protects from makeup. And
Now,
so,
what motivated you to create or formulate this particular product?
I actually met a woman in the Alta one day, and she had vitiligo, and we were just talking, and I did all this cover up makeup on her, and we were just chatting, and she said, you should really come to the lupus community and do that. Like, we don't have very many makeup artists that don't stand us up because you don't get paid, and it's volunteer work. And I was like, actually, my stepmom just passed away from lupus in the last couple of years, and it's been this mystery to me because she would never let me see my brother, because she told me she didn't want me to see her like this, that she was on prednisone and she was losing teeth and she had the butterfly rash and she wasn't feeling well a lot of the time, and she didn't want me to see her like that. And so she passed away without me seeing her like that. And she'd move and she'd change her number, and I even hired a private investigator to find my brother. Like, she just was shutting me out entirely. And so that seed was already planted with me. And when I got to the lupus community, Colors of Lupus Nevada, Keisha told me that she would love me to work with one particular woman that just loved makeup and would love to see me and had like a lot of scarring, but that she had found all these tricks that she was doing and that it would be an amazing time, but that she probably wouldn't take her makeup off for me. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited to meet her. And, you know, the other two artists there got like 3 or 4 women, but I just got her. And we spent like 2 hours together. I felt like we had known each other for a million years. We talked about people telling her that they thought that she was burned in a fire, asking her questions about like different marks that she had throughout her arms and her face and her ears and her nose. And I had related to her about how badly I was picked on to the point where I would hide in the bathroom at school during lunchtime and the kids would throw food at me and call me names. And I was the Ebola virus before there was Ebola virus. And we just clicked and we had so much fun. And I had noticed that she was using a lot of different types of makeup to fill in the scarring. And what she did was actually really smart because she was using the old-fashioned fare that comes in a very waxy pot. So it's thicker, but it would leave a shine on the face and it wasn't in the right color. And then she would use another one over there to look more natural, but it was reading as orange and it was shiny and it was wet to the touch. So it was covering the scarring really well, but it was almost like I felt like I knew that I could do this to where she wouldn't touch it and it would come off. And I knew that I could get her color correct. So I just knew when I took the makeup off.
I forgot to.
That's Tasha calling right now because she wants to be live on air. She's my angel.
I forgot to. I forgot to put my phone. Such is life when you're doing live stream. So
we removed the makeup and I saw there was a lot of scarring that I believed that if I were to have, she did a lot of soccer, she did a lot of sports and didn't wear the SPF, and lupus conditions are already very, very sensitive to not having SPF on in the first place. So there was a lot of peeling, there was a lot of scarring. And I just got this light bulb idea when I looked in my makeup kit and was reading ingredients to all the skincares. I'm like, what if we just put a ton of like aloe and like anti-inflammatory and then we get something to fill the scarring and just protect it from the makeup? Because I don't want to put things on your skin right now with open lacerations and then makeup that have alcohol in them. Because why would I want to make this worse for you right now? Like, let's find a way that, and when we talked about it, she had told me the way that it would like peel off. So it would dry and then it would peel off. And I'm like, all right, well, you definitely need like moisturizer protection, but we also need like with the way that it's welting, we need something like anti-inflammatory. We need vitamin E on there to make sure that those skin cells are regenerating. And then we need something to protect it from the makeup and like antibacterial. And, you know, so that's where it came. And I was like, she just said to me, and that's why this is inspired by her. She said to me, she's like, why don't you go do this for other people? And I was like, you're right. And she was like, no. And I was like, oh yeah, we'll do some YouTube videos and we'll call it like butterfly rash makeup hacks. And like I was reading my other skincare and I'm just like, alcohol, I don't know about this. Like we were already soul sisters and I'm like, this has alcohol. What do you think? Like, I don't know. And so she was like, why? I was like, and we'll go make the skincare too. And we'll just start this whole thing where we help like butterflies throughout the world. And so it was like kind of our pinky swear at that moment, I guess you could say.
And I love that because too many people back off of their dream. Too many people will not take the next step that they need to take in order to get their passion out there to the world. So I am so proud of you because it's not easy stepping into the unknown. Matter of fact, we even created a video that shows about the product. Let me show you.
Hey, pretty baby, pretty baby. I've been waiting for so long, girl. move your back against the wall, girl. Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl. No, no. You don't have to feel the pressure.
And you can, and you can get your um, butterfly nectar from. How can somebody go about ordering theirs?
Yeah. So, I mean, I would love if you'd follow me on Facebook. I'm at Lupus Glitter, and I answer all of my messengers, all of those messages every single day to help women with skincare, makeup, all those things. I'll come into the beauty store with you, and you can find me at Flower Power Bath Co. and Lupus Glitter on Instagram and also Facebook.
Can you put it from your side? Can you add that in? Do you have the ability?
I'm not sure. I haven't been on the side of it in a while. Let me see.
Well, I tell you what, why don't you put it into the chat and then I can put it on the screen? I forgot to do that. But what I really want to highlight is how you too can overcome your fear of technology. And
Yeah.
do you feel it's been beneficial?
Yes, I would not have had a voice if it were not for doing this program with you, where I really, really sat down and I got past all of my childhood trauma of learning and what learning really felt like, and just created something and was just open to it. And like, there's so many people that are just doing Zooms, and they're just bubbles of people, where I'm having now people reach out from different charities and say like, hi, like I want to do all this. I don't want to name it, but we'll say like a rose, for instance, and they want to do a whole rose theme for their charity. And then you can make your talk show like a rose, and to put your own creativity in that, and like different designs, and then be able to like control it and to know how, and to have a voice where you didn't have one. It's almost like you handed me the microphone. And what a beautiful tool to have a voice in this huge world.
Well, like I said, I am so proud of you because at first it seemed like it was going to be such a struggle, but I have watched, including today, your shows, and they're just getting better and better and better, which proves one, practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Two, you can learn it. Anybody, if you're willing to invest the time and energy into it, you too can learn it. And with the aid of a tool like StreamYard, which is easy to use, um, once you get familiar with it, it really helps to enhance and get your message out there.
It really does. It really does. And it's really fun to work with in general, because you can just like add videos and show pictures of things while you're chatting about it. You can make it your own design. Like, it truly is giving yourself a voice in this huge world. And it's giving other people that haven't done it a platform. And that's another reason that I did it, is to get other people's stories out there that I was reading and that I just wanted to highlight, that pulled me in so much. And it would be a story that I felt like everyone was overlooking. I'm like, wait, did anyone just see this? Well, I'm alone scrolling Facebook. So like, do I need to put them here in front of you and show you how big this is? Because that person needs your energy. And so many times we're scrolling past people's real lives on Facebook and we're not connecting, but sharing people's stories across the globe is just so powerful. It's nothing I would ever want to give up now that I've experienced it.
Well, I am so glad that you have experienced success, and I am so glad that you um, decided to come on with me, because it's, to share with people. I think that I can tell you how easy it is, but when you have somebody who starts from scratch telling you that you can, and then showing you the proof that they can, I think is so much more powerful.
So Elizabeth even showed me how to do an intro to my show. So I even have like an intro now. And I just thought that was amazing to take a photo and a thought of just like, let's wear butterfly wings and let's just take a photo, and to be able to like turn that into a video and just see different pictures of butterflies, and to be able to turn that into a whole video that would introduce the show, just, and to be able to pick the song and to be guided towards what's not copyrighted, and to be able to have a song to where you get your own feel good feeling every time you're even going into your show. And so do your co-hosts, and it becomes like this whole family experience of like creativity and thoughts, and it's like open mic night. It's amazing.
I totally agree with you. Can you pull up your intro to your show?
I was actually just thinking that. Do you want me to practice?
Yes, go ahead and show it so that people can see what we did together. Were you giving
Oh, you
her a
know what?
minute?
I can pull up my butterfly nectar myself from here, and I can pull up all my interviews from here, but the intro, you actually have to be up here on the side and have the brand popped up. So when you have the brand,
Oh, okay. You put it onto the brand tab. Okay. Nope. Don't let
I'm
me.
just, how excited am I that I know that right now, that I can look like during the show when I'm in front of people and be like, all right, brand tab. I know that's there. I know right here I'm going to be able to find my bubbles where I can change things. And then they have the banners where you can like write things across the screen, and you get used to having to be clicked into the right places, but you get the hang of it and you learn to believe in yourself and have a calmness with what you've learned. And that's a gift that I'll keep giving throughout the world to change the world. So
Well, and what's great about StreamYard using this particular tool is it allows you to grow. That as you decide to become more professional and getting to a larger community, it allows you to grow. I put on the screen Flower Power Bath Comp.com, which is the website where you can go and order um, butterfly nectar and some of her other things. You want to hold up some of the things or no?
yes, so I'll be giving away this butterfly nectar. I want you to try it. Thank you for watching and following this journey and this mission.
And now we're not going to give away the butterfly nectar today, but what we will do is on a later show, I will give out a sample. Know that if you tune in to Butterfly Tea Time, which is your show on Tuesday at 11 o'clock on Facebook, uh, she's running, you do giveaways, or you're planning on using the giveaway tool to do that, right?
Yes, so the giveaway tool is the next thing that I'll be learning in this journey, and we're very excited about it because it's gonna like pick the number for us and everything. I had gotten these like little bingo numbers, and I just like never got the thing to flip them with, and she's like, there's a giveaway tool, right?
Hey, StreamYard sees our needs and helps us to meet them. So, anything else? Well, first of all, I'm looking down at my notes to make sure that I covered everything that I wanted to. How are you feeling about technology now?
I'm feeling like it's a tool that if I had not figured it out and just kind of conquered my fears, that I would have lost out on a whole lifetime of having a voice on something that I feel very, very powerful about, that I did have a voice and I did have an opinion, and maybe that would have never been heard. I would have just been a Facebook post you would have scrolled past, Now we've got the TV, the butterfly, and it's all animated, and we can talk, and I can pull up to like 10 people on my show. The other day I had like 5 people on my show. I can have 2 co-hosts, and they can sign in under their social media handles, and it opens the conversation and it pours the tea.
That it does. Well, Felicia, I am just totally honored that you came on. For the audience that is watching, I want to let you know if you too want to get out, to overcome your fear of technology, just give me a buzz. I'll be more than happy to help you work through that. And because we need your voice, there are so many people who have a voice and a good message. We need to get it out, and it is cost effective to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that that's it.
I would like to let all the women know that you can find me at Felicia Cassandra on Facebook, and I never deny a message. If you ever need help with your skin, with your makeup, if you're intimidated or afraid to go into the beauty store, I'll go there with you. We can video chat. I'll help you color match your foundation. I know the brands, and I'm your butterfly bestie. So
uh,
can help us, and we don't want to go in there. So don't feel shy to reach out to me. I'm here for every one of my butterflies always.
and we are both based in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So if you want her to go with you and you're in Vegas, do give her a ring. If you just want to if you just want to consult and ask what kind of questions you need to be asking your skincare expert, then make sure you do DM Felicia and she will get back to you.
Yes, I will. And I will walk with you through that beauty store, which can be an intimidating place. I will help you with the brands. I'll help you with your skin. So don't be afraid to reach out.
Well, I hope that this message, this show brought you some information, gave you a little bit of courage to step past your blocks in dealing with technology. And I wish you may light, love, and plenty of laughter accompany you on your journey. And Felicia, you want to say bye?
Fly free.
All right. So with that, I say bye-bye.
Bye.